The 11-2 energy is all about structure, assimilation, and this beautiful emotional resiliency. But when it sits in a karmic placement on your chart, it may show up for you in a few ways. Actually, there are two main lessons with this frequency. The 11 brings in this death to life. So you may have experienced lots of loss in your life, whether that's physical loss, um, losing jobs, losing relationships, friendships, just loss across the board. And what happens is these losses are so big that they kind of rock your foundation, and now it's like your structure is just broken down. And each time you experience such a loss, you now have to rebuild your own structure of truth. What's your reality? What is life really about? And what was my idea and structure of life and love and religion and all of that? And the 11s, when they experience that, it's really about standing in that truth and coming out of it. You're not meant to stay in this like hopeless energy, if you will. The 11s also, they wear a bit of dysfunctional patterns. So maybe with this frequency in your chart, you experience where growing up, you had some dysfunctional patterns that you wear as your own. So you show up in life with your structure and your idea of how things should function, and the reality is a little different. And that's another type of loss where you're like, wait a minute, this is not how things should be. This is not how I should be treated, how I should think, how I should move in life. And then it's like you restructure and you build your own truth and understanding of how to move forward in life. 11s also have this tendency to change goals often. They're always like trying to figure out, what do I want to do? And they go from one goalpost to the next because they can't figure it out. Another part of this is codependency. The 11-2s, it's like it's the supportive energy, but sitting in your karmic placement, it's like I can't stand, my structure cannot stand on its own, and I need somebody else to feel important, to feel validated, to feel seen, to feel provided for. But really, all of that is within us, right? We don't need to search for external validation. We are able to support ourselves and within ourselves. The Something else that may show up for 11-2s is maybe you have to reread something like 5 times or rewatch a video 5 times, because with this frequency, it takes a little bit longer for information to really sink in. But once it does, then it starts to feel like, okay, I got it. It's finally sunk in. I understand the message and I got it. The 2 frequency brings in the major lesson of foolishness to wisdom. So maybe earlier in life, and maybe still, you are making emotional decisions instead of objective, logical decisions. So what happens is maybe we surround ourselves with the wrong group of people. We stay in the wrong relationships. We follow other people's lead, even in decisions that we know are probably not the best thing for us to do. Or we overspend and we don't think about the repercussions of, well, I need to pay rent, right? Because emotionally, we're just reacting instead of taking the step back, looking at every situation from every point of view, and being able to make a beautiful, objective decision that will give you the most possible outcome. The 2s also have this like lack of proper judgment or lack of emotional resiliency. They may also be a bit hypersensitive. So maybe you experience lots of shock, right? And it's because you're absorbing so much energy, so much of other people's energy, that you're constantly in this shock shock environment. And it's really about just like coming into this beautiful, wise thinking, this white knowledge, and knowing that you are okay. You are coming from a place of experience. You now understand what your structure of truth is. You now understand how to move in life in beautiful, productive ways. And, as always, we are not meant to stay in these stuck, karmic, challenging aspects of any frequency. So just constantly be aware of how to move forward in your life to come into that positive aspect of this frequency. to get a full understanding and a full picture of what this energy looks like in your life, be sure to check out how it plays out in all the other aspects. Even if, for example, this is a number frequency that you have in your karma, you also want to see how it plays out in your talents and your goals, because you are meant to break through the negative aspects of each frequency to get to the positive end. Also, be sure to check out all the energies on your chart. And also, please, as always, like, subscribe, and share the content. It is the best way to support me. Thank you so much.